brain to pattern because, like I said, it's much easier. But I just want to align it to what I know before. Now, coding in C sharp or any other languages, when you're trying to call a function, the function itself is embodied in it has its own body, okay, where you
Sure.
copy it and then you call it. But what I noticed what you've done here is you define a function, and in that function you have the print statement where you want it to do, but it doesn't show the ending of the function. Okay, so you say the definition, the argument there, all right, the Greek argument, you have the print functionality, but
Yes.
it didn't end that function, but you called that function on number 10. So
Yes. Yes.
how does Python do it that it knows the beginning and end of a function?
Great question. There's a term, we call it delimiter.
All right, okay.
So we need the colon character to delineate or to act as a delimiter. I think that's the correct spelling for the function start. This is getting into like function, you can say function anatomy. I think it's a good way to call it.
All right.
So I'll just preface it here with function anatomy. You could say architecture, but that maybe sounds like something else. So I'm not going to use the word architecture because it usually has other meanings in programming. The way, excuse me, the way a Python program understands where the function starts and where it ends is using this colon character here. That's where the function body starts. This is the function head, you could say.
Okay.
And then the body starts on the next, after this,
Delimiter.
this colon, the delimiter, right? That's the ending part or the in-between part, you could say. And then the whole body of the function is this two spaces or a tab. It's indented. So we
Okay.
can say that Python is a white space sensitive language. So I'm going to say here, this comment is inside of the function body or function block, you can say. It's indented. You can see that it's moved to the right.
Yeah.
Whereas I can say this comment here, this comment is not inside the greet function. And, we're having a lot of comments all over the place here now. It's starting to get a little messy, but that's okay. We're talking it out and we're looking, so we're observing with our eyes. This is one of the not so awesome parts of Python, I would say, in my opinion. My personal opinion is white space to make clear what is in the function, what is out of the function, where's the function at. See this DEF in blue?
Yep.
That's the beginning of the function. That's the beginning of the function head. It's very clear. The color is different. It's clearly something unusual. It stands out. This white space here, if you are tired, if you've been looking at a computer screen for 3 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, that sometimes happens. You don't see that white space anymore. It don't really it's easy to miss. So there are tools that will help you see that more clearly, make the visual differences more great. You can use more spaces. But in general, that's just how the language is. We have to accept at a certain point that the way the language is the way the language is.
Okay.
There are tools to make it easier to work with, tools that will add more colors, but I could be writing this code inside of a text file with no colors and no, and just use, I could write this on pen and paper too, right? And so it's like, the point here is not to make it harder for us. The point is to make it clear, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, so the body or the block of the function is indented. That's how you know we're inside the function. And
Okay.
after we go back to the left indent, there's no more function. That function is over.
Okay.
So it's an
Makes sense.
invisible ending. So the answer to your question is the ending, you can't see the ending. It's where there are no more lines that are indented.
Okay.
So if I go enter, print still in function.
Yeah, that's still in a function.
Let's run it and we'll find out. We should see hi Wendy and still in function. If it is, because the only code we're actually running is the greet function one time,
Yeah.
right? So if I run it, there you go.
All right. Okay.
And
also,
we can do one more here. Say like last thing.
Okay.
If I run that.
That's not.
Now, if I move this code here on line 9 to the left, not trying to be too fancy or go too fast, but just take a look real quick. I run this code where still in func is inside of greet.
Yeah.
If I move this to the left and I run it, what should the order become? Is it going to be the same order or is it going to be a different order?
It's
hard to see. Well, I'll move these comments for a second here. This is my whole entire program. So it's okay if you guys are looking at this and be like, I'm not sure what's going to happen yet. It's okay. But this will be a good practice. You can take a screenshot of this to practice. What should happen next? Think for a second. It's okay. You don't have to say out loud even. I'll give you a few more seconds.
All right.
This is a separate skill. This is reading code and trying to figure out what it's going to do.
Okay. I think I understand what it's going to do now.
Okay. So, I'm going to run the code. You want to say, or it's okay? I'll just run it.
Okay.
I'll just run it. Okay. Ready? Running the code. So before it said, hi, Wendy, still in func, last thing. Now it's going to say, my guess is still in func first.
Yep. Good.
And there we go. It's not, I don't have a magical skill. What happened is we made our function, but we haven't used it yet. Then we printed on line 9. Then we called or used our function greet on line 12, which printed hi, Wendy. And then lastly, we printed last thing. So, I should change this text to be not in func. And now it's more true to reality as it is right now. So this is kind of the scary thing about programming is you change just a couple spaces in Python, change a couple spaces and all of a sudden it's a different program. This is, as a programmer, this is not something that makes me happy, but I deal with it and do my best. Yeah, please guys, feel free to add more emails to the email list. I'm going to add those comments back to the program. And this should be shareable. So I'm going to share this replit again. So, and I will share this in the notes as well. So that way, on the GitHub link, which I will share again one more time too, if I can. 1 second here. GitHub. Python jams. So, I'll keep, I don't know if spamming these links is the right way to say it, but I'll share these links with you guys as often as you like, as often as you ask them for them. I will share them again. Feel free to bookmark them, of course. I encourage you to. And I will add this code link here from today's jam, I will add this link to the Python Jam 3 contents. Coincidentally, yesterday we did another Python Jam, but we talked about R, statistics programming, and excuse me, what else did we talk about yesterday? I wrote them down on paper. I wrote down the notes. Oh, we talked about CSVs, JSON files, YAML, XML, or XAML. We talked about programming paradigms. Those are pretty advanced things. I would say pretty advanced. They're high level, not so terribly useful when you're starting to program. So, right, that we were talking about these, these roadmaps, right? So far we've used strings. We have not done any loops or if-elses. We've done IO. We have not done arithmetic. We have done some functions. We have not yet done recursive functions, but it's on the list. We can do it. I think it will be a next time thing. I need to go and eat some food pretty soon. So I will probably say see you guys pretty soon.
Thank you.
You're absolutely super welcome. This is a joy for me. I have fun sharing with you guys. I am, throwing out there that if people would like to, tip me for a coffee, that, I'd love to take a coffee tip. If you want to treat me to a coffee or a bagel or something like that, that would be lovely. Ruth recommended me to get this Cash App, which I didn't properly try to set up, but let me see if I can find the link for that. I have a Venmo link. Let me see here, 1 second here. It's from Square, right? Square Cash. The Cash App is from Square. 1 second here. Anyways, I'm doing this really more because I like to, and it's fun. This is not like because I need people to pay me anything. But yeah. What will it take to have a 2-hour Zoom? A lot of coffee for sure. No. Well, does anyone here have a Zoom account, coincidentally? Zelle. I haven't heard of Zelle, but I could get it, I think.
If you use Bank of America and some of these major banks, they use Zelle.
I have not Capital One. Yes, Capital One? No.
They do use Zelle. So if someone sends you something using your phone number,
yes,
you get it. It's going to direct you on how to download that.
Well, everyone here, why not? Here's my phone number, which you can use to gift me coffees. If anything we did today was useful to you and you want to throw a coffee on me, I would be honored. But also, I'm able to put the food on the table and electricity on, so I'm not starving right now. So I'm okay. Don't feel like you have to drop money on me for pity, but a little coffee does,
Yeah, it does a body good.
It gives me a boost. Coffee is definitely my what's it called? Vice.
I think my own situation might be different because being in the UK, Zelle, all those things don't work right here. So
right,
I have to find I'll find an alternative. Yeah, that's all right.
There might be PayPal or Venmo. I use Venmo and PayPal.
Okay.
But let me see here. I do need to get that Cash App, I think, probably for American friends. Here is my Venmo link. You can try that out. You're welcome to try that out.
No problem.
Yes, Ruth, you can call me if you. I'm just kidding. If you call me at 2 a.m, we are not friends anymore. I'm just kidding. I I usually have my phone on silent when I'm asleep. So don't worry. You can really call me anytime. I usually wake up at like 6, 7-ish in the morning. So like, honestly, like if you guys ever want to like look at some code together and troubleshoot something together, I would be happy to. Yeah, I did give you the number. That's on me. But yeah, no, really, I'm not like, I try to be available. I try to be accessible. And, you know, if I sign a new contract, if and when I sign a new contract with another company and my life time is no longer my own 100%, you know, I'll tell you guys like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not so much available these days, but if you need a thing, let's put some time on the calendar. Or maybe I can introduce you to one of my friends somewhere else who might be able to give you a backup. Like I know a lot of other tutors, and a lot of other people who like to do educational software activities. And I recommend to you guys too, you know, if you want to increase your learning speed or your learning quality, doing it with friends or a classmate, anyone you meet through here is probably someone who, you know, you guys can like, you know, do some pair learning or pair programming. That I've always found to be very educational for me. And I believe, you know, it may give you guys good results too. Was there anything else on your mind, guys, before we say see you for now?
No, I think that's all my question answered. Thank you so much. Really appreciate today.
You got it. Feel free to suggest or request a time. You know, I'm going to try and do 1 or 2 of these sessions every week. I'd like to do the same time every week, but it might be that more people, a certain other time is better. So, you know, I do 3 sessions a week. If, you know, if enough people want to come, I do 3 sessions a week. But I'm enjoying that we're kind of like doing different topics each day for different people. That's fun for me. But, you know, if someone says, hey, I want to go through this AWS training, or, hey, I want to build a web app. You know, the first jam, we had someone said, hey, I want to be a web developer. Should I be learning Python? I said, if you want to be a web developer, you should be learning web languages. Probably not Python, but there is some web programming that does use Python. So like, it depends. And I've been a web programmer for almost 4 years now. So you know, if you guys want to do some web programming, some JavaScript, HTML, CSS, I love that stuff too. So Thursday morning, Friday morning, cool. Yeah, mornings tend to be good for me. All right, so I'm going to say see you guys for now, but I'll leave the chat open. I'll leave the call open. You guys don't have to, you know, if you guys want to keep chatting or thinking of more ideas for stuff you'd like to learn next time, you know, you can always email me too. You have my email now. We should all have my email now. If you don't, there it is again. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too.
Yes, it was great.
All right. We'll send out invites. Either it'll be me or maybe Ruth will send out an email. I'm saving the chat right now, so I should have everyone's email. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I got everyone's email. So I'll send you guys more invites. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.